9:03, we will call to order our Tuesday, August 2nd Board of Commissioners meeting. If you would, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all very much. At this time, we will accept public comment for items not appearing on today's agenda. We are seeing no public comment. However, we will still accept it as each item is under consideration. Anything to add to our agenda today? No. Okay. All right. We'll look for a motion to approve the minutes from July 26th.
Motion to approve the minutes from July 26th.
I'll second that.
It has been moved and seconded. Any changes to the minutes discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried.
To consider entering into a contract agreement with Extreme Towing LLC to provide our vehicle maintenance for our business and paratransit fleet for the next 2 years. That would be in effect as of August 1st of 2022 through July 31st of 2024. And we also then would reserve the right to renew the contract for up to 3 consecutive one-year extensions. And the total duration of the contract would then be up to possibly 5 years if we exercise those rights. On the next page, list all the various rates that they've offered to give us. Obviously, as we told you in previous meetings, since October of 2021, Extreme has been doing the lion's share of our work. They've done a tremendous job, really have helped us out a lot. Chris and Patty and their team over there, Gary and his son Chris and Jaden, have just went above and beyond to make sure we're taken care of. And I would certainly encourage the board to enter into this agreement.
Okay, Dave, thank you so much. Any questions or comments?
No, they look like very reasonable rates.
Yes, yes.
All right, with that, we will look for a motion to approve the contract.
Motion to approve the contract with Extreme Towing LLC for the business and paratransit fleet vehicle maintenance.
I will second that with the schedule attached.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded, and we have the noted schedule within our agenda. It'll be put in our minutes, and we'll agree to it within the contract. Any final discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Dave, thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
All right. For our first contract here with ITS, we'll welcome up Tanya Hawford to discuss this one. Good morning, Tanya.
Good morning. I'm here to talk about the contract amendment for the VIN licenses for our Microsoft 365 products. And it'll be for a period of July 2022 through July 18th, 2023, in the amount of $6194.80.
Thank you. We know the transition to Microsoft Office 365 is going well, so we appreciate all the work that you and Chad are doing with this, so thank you. Would there be a motion to add this to next week's consent agenda?
Motion to add the contract with CDWG to next week's consent agenda.
I will second that.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion or question?
Well, is this your first time
This
coming
is.
before the board? Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, well done.
Thank you.
We didn't have any hard-hitting questions, so.
No, you didn't. It
You're
was
all
actually
good. Yeah.
nice
Oh,
to
we're
meet
not done yet.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Ah,
waiting
good.
for him.
Just teasing.
But yes, it's been moved and seconded, and we appreciate you coming here today, Tanya. All in favor of approving this to next week's consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay, thanks again.
Thanks.
Well done.
All right, we'll welcome up Carrie to discuss something with PCCD. Good morning.
Yes. Here before the board today to consider signing the award letter to accept grant funds from the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency for the intermediate punishment funding in the amount of $130,000. These funds will be utilized to support Center County's intermediate punishment treatment programs, DUI court, and drug court. And the grant runs from July 1st, 2022 through June 30th of 2023. So this is a reoccurring grant. These are state funds, and but is a yearly application. So, and part of PCCD's approval process is we were awarded, and even though you all signed the signature page for me to submit the grant, now you have to formally accept the grant funds.
Okay. Thank you, Carrie. Any questions or comments for this grant exception?
No, this might explain the 6 inches of paperwork we process every week.
Absolutely. We'll look for a motion to approve the award letter.
Motion to approve the award letter to accept grant funds from the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency.
I will second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Thanks, Carrie. All right, Warden Shell, we'll welcome you up for this important agreement from PennDOT. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here to present to the board a contract with PennDOT to provide incarcerated individuals the opportunity to apply for a valid driver's license, a PA identification card, or a photo camera card prior to their release from prison. The contract total is based on the Consumer Price Index, and the county will be invoiced on a monthly basis for a period of August 11th of 2022 until termination of either party of the county or the PennDOT.
Thank
So
you,
this is
Chris.
a great, long process that we've been working on this pre-COVID, and we finally got things settled with the PennDOT, and we're back on norm with this, getting this contract signed, so.
So is this us going to them or them coming to us to?
Well, they originally first came to us, and then they had a program, and then they were trying to renew the program to make it more seamless, and then COVID hit, of course, and then we reached back out because it came dormant, and then our reentry specialist, Vanessa Bill, I asked her if she could take the lead on this, and she said, okay, I'll reach out. So she reached out, got in conversation with the PennDOT, what they call as a reentry representation person, and we start working out with the MOU, working with that contract, as well as working with our policy that the prison board approved the other week. So
So who takes the pictures and processes? Do we handle all that in-house?
they will take care of all that with the pictures. What they do, if they need a new picture, we will schedule a time for them to go over to the ID place in Lamont for their photos and so forth. So, and if they get released, they have a photo ID identification photo card, and they get released, they have 10 days to be able to go over there. If not, then they're responsible for payment. Otherwise, we'll still be paying for that up to 10 days upon their release.
We know how important it is for individuals being released from incarceration to have that ID, to be able to improve their lives, get work, whatever it may be able to drive. And so making it a little bit easier for individuals when they're released is really an important step. So thanks for Vanessa putting this policy together, your leadership on this, Chris. I know we've worked on it for many years, so thanks for getting to the finish line. Appreciate it. Any other comments or questions?
This is just one of the many small to medium-sized, even large things that we do at the correctional facility to ensure that when the incarcerated individuals become returning citizens, they stay citizens and they don't come back. Because Commissioner Pipe's point, if you don't have a valid photo ID, you pretty much can't do anything, and sometimes people's IDs expire while they are incarcerated. So thanks again to Vanessa.
Thank you.
All right, we will look at this time to add this to next week's consent agenda.
Motion to add the contract with PennDOT to next week's consent agenda.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion or questions? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Thank you, Chris.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
We have today's consent agenda in front of us. Is there anything that we wanted to pull out, discuss on there? Okay, seeing none, is there a motion to approve it?
Motion to approve this week's consent agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on the consent agenda? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay, we have today's check run, and we'll turn it to Commissioner Higgins.
Sure. We have a check run in the amount of $655,814.09, substantially smaller than the average. But for Natalie Corman, the check of the week is to Center for Community Resources. It's a series of checks, actually, totaling $32,594 even, for a broad variety of services, primarily around mental health and social services, including walk-in counseling, mobile counseling, and phone counseling. So would like to make the motion to approve the check run dated July 29th.
We'll second that.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to approve the check run. Any final discussion on the check run? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Okay. John, anything to report today?
No administrative reports.
Okay. All right, Commissioner Dershowitz, a voter registration report.
We have one.
Okay.
We have 105,062 registered voters in Center County. That's down 209 from last week's count. So in the The roster appears as 43,930 Democratic registrants, 144 Green Party, 648 Libertarian, 14,210 no affiliation, and 42,338 Republican voters. And when you add 3,792 all other parties, that's how you get the 105,062 number. The feature party, minor party this week is the Keystone Party. And the Keystones are actually just one Keystone. So we have one Keystone member, which I guess is appropriate. And the Keystone Party is recognized on this day. So we'd like to also recognize precinct number 69 in Penn Township, which votes at St. James United Methodist Church in Coburn. And in Penn Township, in the last election, their total registration was 585 registrants. There were 268 ballots cast, which led to a voter turnout of 45.81%. And the folks that make it happen, the judge of election is Ryan Shaver. The minority inspector is Heidi Brock. The majority inspector is Tara Grove. And the clerks are Charles Boyer, Deborah Fox, and Pamela Smith. And again, thank you to the St. James United Methodist Church in Coburn for allowing us the opportunity to serve their citizens there.
And especially to Charlie for the cookies.
Yeah, or that.
Yeah.
That too.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner, very much.
Thank you.
We do want to make an announcement that we will not be meeting next Tuesday, a week from today, due to the CCAP conference. We will be attending that. However, we will be meeting on Thursday, August 11th at 10 a.m., and we will have CNET with us, so we appreciate that. We'll be able to broadcast that for folks who are not able to join us but would like to tune in. We will have a big agenda that day, so be sure to tune in 10 a.m. On CNET. Any executive sessions to report?
No executive sessions to report. There is a need to meet to discuss a couple personnel matters.
Okay, all right, so we will hold that after we're finished announcing any public meeting schedules here, but we, again, are canceled next week, but we will be meeting at 10 a.m., and we do have some other meetings in the upcoming weeks. We have no press with us, so we will look to then go into an executive session.
Motion to go into executive session at 10:16.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to go into executive session. All in favor, say aye. Aye. The motion has carried. Okay, thank you all very much.